I think probably one of the most open FA Cups around, even with the big guns, Manchester City, Liverpool and things like that. But I think that there will be... Are you going to come on? Are we going to come on? Okay. So this is certainly a lot different looking than Mr. Wayne Selkeld, but instead we have Reese, who is one of the resident Twitter admin / match reporter writers. You've actually been published multiple times in the National League paper. I just want to hear, like, from a personal standpoint, how cool is that to be able to see your work published in written press?
Oh yeah, I mean, for what I want to do as a career, I mean, it's a big step. It's something that I didn't think would happen this early, especially. But yeah, no, and obviously it's nothing big time, but you know, it's a step in the right direction, basically.
But that's all you've got to take, right? Is that it's got to be as part of those baby steps and getting that first sort of foot in the door. Even with us being here and the graciousness and the hospitality, I have to fully come out and say of Curzon Ashton Football Club to give us this platform to be able to work like this. It's been absolutely tremendous. Let's talk about the fourth qualifying round then. Peterborough Sports. I think that when we got back onto that team coach after the game, I think there was a part of us that couldn't quite believe what we'd just been able to see. Would you think that'd be fair to say?
Oh, definitely. I mean, obviously you always go in with the highest of hopes, but you're never expecting to come away with a win. They're a good team, Peterborough Sports are. They're above us in the league. You know, it was always going to be a tight game, but it was brilliant. It was probably the best day I've had covering Curzon personally. Nothing I could say bad about it. It was just amazing.
Yeah, and the support that came with us as well, I think is fair to say, just added an entirely another level. I didn't think that while being here I would ever hear a Curzon Ashton drum being beaten in on an away end, but that's just testament to the belief that there is in this club. I mean, we said at the very start of the season, all the way back to when the fixture list was unveiled for that very first time, about this being a new era of Curzon Ashton football and this being a season that there is a lot of belief in this club, and I don't think that any occasion epitomised that belief other than Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, the belief was there on and off the pitch. Everyone was so up for it, and it was a spirited performance from the lads. I mean, they wanted every first ball, every second ball, every third ball. It was just, and the goal, I mean, probably wasn't what we all expected it to come from. We all probably wanted a little bit more than a penalty, but it was exactly what they deserved, and it was a thoroughly deserved victory on the day, I thought personally, as was Scarborough the round before that and FC United the round before that. It's been a good run so far, and I mean, hopefully it can continue as far as we can get.
I think that's the thing as well. Interestingly, you mentioned about the third qualifying round. It's not been the easiest of runs for Curzon Ashton to get to this point. Obviously 3-2 in the second qualifying round away at FC United of Manchester. 2-2 draw away from home in the original tie, then to bring them back to the tame side on the replay and take it all the way to the 117th minute of extra time for Tom Pearce to get the decisive brace and goal. I think that if there's any team that's got a real head of steam going into this first round proper draw, it's Curzon Ashton.
Yeah, 100%. They've beat teams that are standard teams who tough games. I mean, FC United, they might be the league below us, but you know, it's a local derby, it's a tough game, and they'll go into any game they can get from now on confident that they could get a positive result, and that's what you want, really. I mean, it's a success being where we are now, so anything else on top of this is just a bonus, really.
And last quick word before we let you go. Is there a team in the back of your mind that you're eyeing up and you're thinking, if that ball pops out, it's going to be absolute limbs from you?
Grimsby.
Reese, thank you so much for your time. Now, as promised, we do have the chairman of Curzon Ashton Football Club who is able now to join us, Mr. Wayne Selkeld. Wayne, it's so good to see you, mate.
Tremendous.
First things first, obviously you weren't with us on Saturday afternoon, but you've had a chance to watch the, might I say, incredible inside match day that has been put together by our very own videographer. Even just watching that back, how emotional does that make you feel as the chairman?
Well, it's always emotional when you get through to any round of the FA Cup because, it's important to the football club, especially the financial side of it. So, look at this, the turnout on a Monday night. It's brilliant because we've got that cup fever like we did when we had the Wimbledon days, you know what I mean, and the Exeter days. So it's really important that, we try and keep going in this competition the best we can. And whoever we get, we're going to give them a good game the way we're playing. As you know, we're playing very well, you know what I mean? We'll give anyone a game in this. So fingers crossed the draw goes our way, you know what I mean, as they say. I'd like a winnable tie. Like I said, that means lower opposition, but lower oppositions have done well to get this far. Yes. But we want higher opposition as well, so either away or at home, it'll be brilliant.
Yeah, it's so interesting as well how you're saying about how we've been giving so many teams a good game. I think that a word that would describe some of the performances that we've seen in the FA Cup and even in the league is palpable. There hasn't been a minute of Curzon Ashton football that we've actually realistically been able to look away from, and it's been an ethos and a state of belief and a state of mind that has come from the top down, from yourself down all the way to the supporters and everyone that's joined us. How important is that for you that the supporters and the fan base have been able to continue on with that and get alongside that palpable style of play that Adam Lakeland and his side are playing?
Exactly, and when you play that brand of football, it attracts supporters. So, as you know, we struggle sometimes getting people through the gate, but this will sort of like get people through the gate and watch how we play, and then hopefully they'll come in, week out. That's the thing for me, is getting people through the gate and giving us and cheering us on, you know what I mean, and then they'll stay with us. I mean, the support at Peterborough, I spoke to the manager after the game. He said it was absolutely brilliant. 70 people there watching us away from home. It was brilliant. It made all the difference to the players after you've seen the celebrations. It was absolutely wonderful. So, and we felt that we had to put a coach on for that. Obviously, Adam contributed to that. We as a board did as well. So it's all really good. And look at the turnout now. It's absolutely fantastic. You know what I mean? We're willing to this to go on now, and let's hope we get a good draw. You know what I mean? So.
Well, I think even in the interview, I think I noted myself, and I noticed some of the guys that conducted the interview, that after and during that interview when Adam was talking about that support, how emotional Adam looked like he was getting and how much it means to him. He's been saying week in, week out that the support of this football club is so important, and to continue to get behind that now is just, like you said rightly, to hope that that's going to be the way that it continues.
Yeah, it is, and may it continue. That's what we want. We want this to continue. We're excited, so let's see what we've got now, and give it a big cheer and we get a good one. I can't wait. But listen, on a serious note, what you've been doing yourself in the team has been absolutely fantastic, and I want to thank you for that. And you've been really, really brilliant. So thank you very much.
Well, we couldn't have done it without anything that you guys have done and anything that the team have done on the field. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time, Wayne. Enjoy the draw, and let's hope that we get a draw that we want.
Thanks, mate.
No problem at all. Well, you heard it there from the chairman himself, just how much that this cup run means. If we get them, and we're not, that's going to be Eastleigh. I feel like I'm doing the draw for them right here. I'm miles ahead already. 55! Curzon Ashton are at home against number 9, Cambridge United. So that's the tie in the first round proper. Wow. You heard the rounds of applause from behind me, folks, at home. What do you think at home? Chime in, everybody. Curzon Ashton versus Cambridge United is the confirmed tie for the first round proper, at least preliminarily. But gee, that's a really intriguing cap tie. Hopefully we'll be able to get the thoughts of Adam Lakeland and some of the players just in a moment as Crawley Town get drawn against Accrington Stanley. I think vitally there, it's home at the Tameside Stadium. That is going to be a real incredible day, and I absolutely urge anybody and everybody that is tuning in tonight and is obviously here tonight in person to get around the club, come down and support Curzon Ashton at the Tameside Stadium. The first round proper, Curzon Ashton versus Cambridge United. Keeks is going unreal. Is it winnable? Is it winnable? Let's have a little look-see. I do have to admit that my research might just be a little bit on the back burner. So Cambridge are currently in 18th place in League One with a 5 wins, 1 draw and 8 loss record and a goal difference of -10 in the league. So it should be competitive and there should be some goals as the draw continues. I should say, Freudian slip there perhaps, away from Boston. As we've got a guest, Dreads, mate, it wasn't the Derby County tie that you were quoted as hoping for, but Cambridge United right here at the Tameside. What, good?
Yeah, I think it can be. I think it's a chance for television. Looking at all the other ties that come out, there's not that many really standout ties. We're non-league, they're League One. We've got a chance. And also it reminds me of back in 2009, 2008, whenever it was, we drew Exeter, which is a similar thing. And I know a lot of Exeter fans just came up because they didn't know where we was, who we was. And it's, I think it's a good draw.
Yeah, I do. But I think in saying that as well, you were saying about harkening back to that Exeter days and saying that we didn't really know who we was, where we was. Perhaps the element of surprise can play in a little bit of hands, especially with the football that Adam Lackland's been playing, this style of football that you don't necessarily envision down in the National League North. He's been playing some really, really attractive and beautiful football.
Yeah, definitely. I think I've just had a quick look actually at Cambridge records. They've got a poor defensive record, -10 already. They've lost the last 4 matches. It's winnable. It's winnable. Let's enjoy the day.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolutely fantastic afternoon right here at the Tameside Stadium, and hopefully, like you say, a chance for the TV tie. We'll see the draw of that in about a week and a half. But I'm excited, and I think that everybody in and around this club, and even that may not necessarily be hardcore Curzon Ashton fans like we have become, even an opportunity just to get down, watch some early stage FA Cup football and hopefully see a cup upset. Tom Pearce likes to go on the FA Cup in the qualifying stages. Do you think he'll have the same shooting boots in the proper?
Yeah, I do. Like I say, if it doesn't matter what team you are, if you get on a poor run, you're always going to be vulnerable. And I think Tom Pearce will be the man. His work ethic and everything, and his goal scoring this year has been brilliant. Yeah, we've got a really good chance. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, you can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be it's going to feel like Christmas almost, but hopefully we're unwrapping the presents we want and it's not going to be Carl left in the stocking. Dreads, thank you so much for popping on to the stream.